Thanks for joining us again for Getting to Work. This is the podcast of NCI Works. I'm John Spencer from Starbrook Media with a couple of guests from Illinois Department of Employment Security today. One you may recognize from previous podcasts, Tori Davis, the Business Services Manager. Hi, Tori.
Hello, how's it going?
Great. I'd like to introduce you as our totally not impartial fact checker.
Okay, all right. I will
If
go with
Tori,
that.
if Tori jumps in, we got a problem. Like the official. He'll throw you got your yellow flag, right? You'll just throw a flag
Yes,
if
yes.
I get out of bounds, because I know our other guest is going to stay well within, the framework here. You never know where I'm going to go with stuff. But our other guest, Jane Verplates, who is a business services coordinator for IDES. Hello, Jane. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, John. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Tell me a little bit about you and how you got where you are with IDES and what it is you enjoy about your position at this point.
Well, I started with this agency as an adjudicator, and this position came up, and I was intrigued, and I bid on it, and I was successful in getting it. And I really like going out and talking with businesses and trying to help them with their problems, finding out what works for them and what doesn't, and also letting them know of the services that our agency has to offer to them to help them.
So that is your primary role as business services coordinator, is actually working with businesses so that they know all the different ways that IDES can help.
Yes.
And there are a great number of them. We're going to talk about one in particular today. Is WorkShare a relatively new program?
Yes. Yes. It came to us during the pandemic a couple of years ago.
It's amazing. We did get a number of things through pandemic, including this Zoom that we're on right now, that have stuck around and have actually helped, haven't they?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about WorkShare. I can tell you as a small business owner, manager, that my people are the most important things for this company, Starbrook Media. And it's true for every business. We're totally dependent on our staff. There are times where maybe workflow goes up, maybe workflow goes down, but you want to make sure you take care of your key people while, of course, you're taking care of the business. WorkShare is going to allow for some flexibility there, right?
Yes. Yes, it's good for many things, but it will help you retain your skilled workforce. To me, that is really a crown jewel of the program. Generally, if you would have a need to lay off staff, you're not sure how long you may lay them off. If it's an indefinite layoff, they may not come back when you're needing them again. And then you have to find new people and you have to train them. WorkShare allows you to reduce an employee's hours, and they can in turn apply for unemployment benefits for the same percentage of unemployment benefits as the reduction in their hours,
So,
as specified by the employer.
so this sounds like it really is a win-win situation and set up to help both sides, help the employee, help the people, and help the businesses.
Yes, yes, it really is helpful. The employer agrees to keep benefits, including health benefits, which is huge for people being laid off, and it would create perhaps a sense of loyalty from those employees because they don't, many of them have families, even if they don't, who does not need health insurance. So that's a big relief. They do not have to worry about.
So is this for virtually any business?
Any business that pays into unemployment
Okay.
is eligible for
All
that.
right. So any business of any size, and it's more, if you have a slow season, for example, and rather than maybe cutting people outright, you can just reduce hours. You do still have to employ them a certain number of hours during a payroll.
Yes. Yes, there's a sweet spot. Hours have to be reduced between 20 and 60% in order to qualify for this program.
Okay. So you can reduce the hours between 20 and 60%, but you keep that person on payroll. You reduce your payroll, obviously, by 20 to 60%, and you continue to pay all of their benefits, which, obviously great for them. We know how that goes, and how expensive insurance is if you're trying to get that on your own. If you're fortunate enough to have a company that's doing that for you, that's fantastic. And then the individual, they can come to you and get a prorated. Is that the right term?
And that's a good way to look at it. Yes, yes. If you reduced your company's employees' hours by 20%, you could enroll in the WorkShare program, and the affected employees could be eligible for 20% of what their weekly unemployment benefit would be, in addition to their working.
Right. So the employee's still getting their paycheck, albeit not what they're used to. They're getting a portion of their unemployment benefits, and they're getting still their other real benefits from the company that they're still employed by. It sounds like just one of those rare things where literally everybody wins, Jane.
Yeah, it really is a good program, and it's good for the community as well, because affected employees will have more money in their pockets than they would have had if they were straight laid off.
Sure. Sure.
And
Absolutely.
then if they have more money in their pockets, they're going to be spending it in the communities that they live and work in.
Yeah.
So really everybody does benefit.
That's a win for everyone. Now, you say you can do this for a year. Is that a year that the company can do it, or is it up to a year per employee?
Each WorkShare plan that a company would set up can run for up to a year.
Okay. All right. And then would they be able to renew for another year?
They could.
Okay.
It would be a technically a different plan.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. I'm just thinking of businesses whose, you know, uh, work is cyclical. They have a busy season,
Mhm.
whether it's the holidays or the summer or any other period where they get busy, and they want and need those great quality people for those periods in particular, but want to retain them year round. Whether or not they could use this sort of as an annual thing to anticipate ebbs and flows.
They could.
Yeah. Okay. So just another way to look at it. If somebody is watching this today or listening to it and wants some more information, how can they get a hold of you, or where's the best place to start, Jane? Should they go to their local Illinois Department of Employment Security office?
They could. They also could go to our IDES website, and there's a WorkShare section, and that would give them information, email or phone number. We have a WorkShare unit that really are the subject matter experts, but they could get going there, or they could call me. I'd be happy to talk to anyone.
All right. Well, you are the big push behind all of this, and it sounds like just a great program that can really truly help a whole lot of people. So happy to have the time to talk with you about it today. Tori, how did we do?
Oh, you did fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anything
yes.
anything you want to add?
Um, uh, just one thing. I mean, most employers would look at us and ask, why are we talking about WorkShare program in today's economy? And we are just trying to get the word out so the employers know that this is just another tool in their toolbox if needed, right? We don't know whether or not the economy is going to take a downturn. We hope it does not. But if it does, we want them to know that there's a program out there that they can utilize to assist them during that time. So we're excited about it. We think that it's a great tool for employers. And again, we're just trying to get the word out to as many employers as we can.
That's fantastic. And I can tell you that while, overall, I think the economy is doing pretty well here
Oh
in the
yes.
Illinois Valley area, in Starved Rock area, it's not so great because of healthcare at this point in time. We're trying to
Mm.
get a hospital stood back up, and there are a number of businesses that, are struggling while all of this gets sorted out. So, sort of a micro recession, if you will. And any number of communities are subject to that. You don't always know what your neighbor's going through. And while many other areas are thriving and growing, there's some area, some business that's listening or watching to this today that I think will be able to benefit from it.
Well, we hope so. We hope so. And again, we are here to assist. And if an employer has questions, we encourage them to reach out to us so we can answer their questions and walk them through the process. I mean, at this point in time, we have a unit dedicated to this program, and they're standing by, ready to help. So we feel that this program is can be useful. We feel the process that an employer has to go through to sign up for the program is fairly simple. Again, we're looking at it from our standpoint, but we believe that it's fairly simple. We tried to keep the employer in mind when designing this program, and we think that that setup process is simple for the employers. And if not, again, we are here to answer any questions that they may have.
And again, the best place to start is online. What's the website?
IDES.illinois.gov.
All right. You can, of course, get a hold of your local IDES office, and there are offices in so many communities around the state. Many of them are working hybrid schedules at this point, too. So you may not always find a person there, but you can always reach out online and get someone with the Illinois Department of Employment Security.
Oh, definitely. Please go to the website. We have call centers that are waiting to answer questions for job seekers and employers. So yes, if anybody needs assistance from us, please visit our website. The call center numbers are there. And again, those individuals working in the call centers, they are very helpful. So
Jane, Tori, thank you very much for your time today. It's the WorkShare program from the Illinois Department of Employment Security. And that's this edition of Getting to Work, the podcast of NCI Works. You can find out everything about employment in North Central Illinois, find other episodes of this podcast and more at nciworks.org.